the first daily task that you want to implement into your life and your grooming routine is applying chapstick. I know it sounds very, very simple, and a good portion of you are probably already doing this. And if you are, then hey, props to you. But there are a lot of people out there, men, okay, a lot of men out there who are not taking care of their lips. Now, I'm not just walking around looking at other men's lips or anything like that, but you know when you're talking to somebody and you see the skin flaking off of their lips. Get you some chapstick and apply it, I would say at least 5 times a day. 5 times a day, as shown right here on the screen. I know you guys are probably feeling uncomfortable watching me apply this chapstick, but it's for a good cause, okay? Wear chapstick. The next daily task that you need to implement into your grooming routine is applying deodorant. I shouldn't even have to say this. This should not be a section of the video, but unfortunately, it seems like a lot of men don't do this one thing that makes a world of difference. You can see I use the Arm & Hammer unscented deodorant. Okay, I believe you can get a pack of 2 of these for somewhere in the neighborhood of $3 to $5 at your local Walmart, and these will last you for at least a few months. And that's if you're using it every day like you should be using it. Please, okay, it's summer. Wear deodorant. Wear deodorant. This is one of the reasons why I don't like going to crowded areas. Aside from the fact that I'm heavily introverted and I just generally don't like being around people, being around musty people is even worse than just being around people in general. Now, on the topic of body odor, the next thing that you need to implement into your grooming routine is taking a shower every day. Please. Okay, please. If you're not going to take a shower every day, I understand some of you have sensitive skin like me. Me personally, I take cold showers to circumvent this, but if you like your warm showers, then hey, I'm not judging you. But at the very least, take a shower every other day. Never let 48 hours pass without taking a shower. Okay, there is no good explanation for you going 48 hours without taking a shower. And the reason why I can confidently say this is because you have internet access. So I already know, just based on you watching this video, that you have access to running water. There's no one in this world that I'm aware of that has access to the internet but not running water. If you have to go down to your local gym or YMCA and take a shower there, then do that. But take a shower every day. Take a shower every day because, again, it's summer and nobody wants to smell your body odor everywhere you go. Okay, take a shower at least every other day. And again, if you have sensitive skin and you can't shower every day, then either shower every other day, take cold showers, or do both. Now, on the topic of skin, the next thing that you need to implement into your daily grooming routine is a solid skincare routine. And that brings me to Tiege Hanley, the sponsor of today's video. Tiege Hanley helps men start and maintain a skincare routine by simplifying the entire process. Honestly, it's the best skincare system for guys like you and me. I recommend that you start with their level 1 skincare system, which comes with all of the basics. A daily face wash to get rid of the dirt and grime on your skin. A 2 times per week exfoliating scrub to get rid of dead skin cells. An AM moisturizer with SPF 20 because you should always be protecting your skin from the sun. And a PM moisturizer to help your skin stay hydrated and healthy throughout the night. My favorite part about Tiege Hanley is that every box comes with an instruction card that tells you when to use each product, how much of each product to use, and in what order to use each product. They really make the process of achieving and maintaining amazing skin easy. Their products have made my skin look and feel better than ever, but you don't just have to take my word for it, because they have over 7,000 5-star reviews on their website from satisfied customers from all around the globe. In addition to amazing skin, members of Tiege Hanley get tons of benefits, including at least 20% off the retail price, the ability to customize your own box, exclusive monthly deals, the ability to pause or cancel at any time, and free US shipping. And because Tiege Hanley is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my viewers, which is you guys, an amazing deal. Just click the first link in the description or the pinned comment of this video and get 30% off your first box and a free gift. The free gift being a face towel as well as a Tiege Hanley dot bag. These 2 products are worth up to $15 combined, so Believe me when I tell you that you do not want to miss out on this deal. Just click the first link down below and get started today. As for the weekly tasks, the first thing that you want to implement into your ultimate grooming guide is doing your eyebrows. Now, this is a highly controversial practice amongst men. Why? I have absolutely no idea. It's 2023, and things like doing your eyebrows or some of the other tasks that I will divulge in this video should be widely accepted at this point. Unfortunately, they're not, but don't let that stop you from actually doing it. Okay, believe me when I tell you that this makes a world of difference. A world of difference. This is one of the first things, and if there are any women watching this, correct me if I'm wrong, this is one of the first things that women will probably notice about you, is if you have well-groomed eyebrows. Now, I'm not telling you to go over the top with it and make them look overly feminine or polished, whatever you want to call it. But at the very least, trim them or pluck them in such a way that they look neat. They look well maintained and taken care of. And the reason why this is something that you want to do every single week is because, generally speaking, not just with this, but with all of these weekly practices, if you do it every week, it takes less time to do it, for one, but it also becomes easier, because if you just get it right that one time, now you're just doing maintenance work. If I were to let my eyebrows grow for the next year, okay, I have a natural unibrow. You guys wouldn't know that because you've never seen me with it, because I always pluck them. But if I were to grow out a unibrow, I wouldn't know how to get my eyebrows back to the way they are right now. Okay, I would mess them up completely. But the reason why I'm able to do them so well, not that I'm perfect at it, but the reason why I'm able to do them in a sufficient manner is simply because I do them every week. Now, if you're not confident in your ability to do your own eyebrows, ask a girl that you know to do them for you. I guarantee you there is some girl out there that would love to do your eyebrows for you. That would absolutely love to do that for you. Especially if you have a girlfriend or something like that, then ask your girlfriend to do it for you. I guarantee you, she would love to do it for you. Or you can go get them professionally done and then just do the maintenance work yourself. But generally speaking, it's pretty easy. Okay, as you can see, all I do is pluck the middle and I try to line up the inner edge of my eyebrows with the corner of my eye, the inner corner of my eye. Okay, that's literally 90% of it right there. The rest of it is just kind of shaping up the outside, plucking any extra strands of hair that aren't really adding to the volume, if that makes sense. Basically just shaping them up. Okay, use your common sense here. Don't over pluck them. That's probably the best tip that I have. Do not over pluck them. It's better to under pluck than over pluck, because you can always take off more hair, but you can never add more hair. Okay, you take that to the bank and you cash that. Now, the next weekly task for your ultimate men's grooming routine is cutting your nails. Please, cut your nails. Okay? You don't want to be the person that when people dap you up, you give them scratch marks and all types of weird diseases and stuff, bro. Cut your nails, please. Please, cut your nails. Okay? This will enhance your quality of life. I promise you. I promise you. This will help you. Okay, I'm lying. That's not really going to enhance your quality of life, but if you want to be well groomed, then cut your nails. This right here is another thing that I personally believe women notice. Women notice if you're taking care of your nails. Your nails don't have to be perfect. You don't need to go get them professionally done. You don't need to get a manicure or anything like that. But take good care of them. Take good care of your nails. Cut them once a week. As you can see, I'm not doing anything special. I don't even file them. I just cut them, and I try to cut them in such a way that they're not sharp and jagged, and that doesn't allow for ingrown nails. This also applies to your toenails. Cut your toenails, not necessarily every week, but on a regular basis, at least monthly. Cut your toenails. Don't let your toes just wither away into obscurity. Okay, don't allow your toes to go out sad like that. Now, the next thing that you want to do every single week is you want to trim your nose hair. Now, this right here, this is one of those things that I believe is more of a self-respect sort of thing. This is one of those things that you do just to reiterate to yourself that you are taking good care of yourself, that you love yourself. Because I guarantee you that 99.9% of men are not doing this, because it's not really something that other people will notice. So you're really just doing this for you. This is you going that extra mile to remind yourself that you are worth that extra effort. Now, the next weekly task that you want to implement into your grooming routine is cleaning your ears. Now, I want to go ahead and put this disclaimer out there. Sticking a Q-tip into your ear is not cleaning it. In fact, you're actually making it worse. Instead of a Q-tip, get you an ear cleaning kit. You can find one of these on Amazon. They're pretty cheap and they're well worth it. Believe me when I tell you. I got mine a few years ago, haven't looked back since. Absolutely life-changing. Okay, you need to start cleaning your ears properly, especially if you're going to be asking other people to borrow their earbuds, their AirPods, all of that. No, you can't borrow my AirPods until you clean your ears. Period. End of discussion. The next weekly task that you need to add into your grooming routine is manscaping. Yes, manscaping. Now, obviously, for censorship purposes, I'm not going to show you guys exactly how I manscape. But what I will show you is how I shave my other body hair so that you get a general sense of how I go about doing this, right? It's a pretty straightforward process and everyone's going to have different preferences. I think that this is one of those things that most men are never really taught how to do. They just kind of learn through trial and error. But generally speaking, what I'll say is find a good length that you're comfortable with in terms of the hair. I wouldn't necessarily recommend shaving it all off, but find a good length that you're comfortable with, stick to that length, and the most important thing is that you do it every week. You do it every week. You don't skip weeks, because when you skip weeks, that just makes it take longer, and that makes it more likely that hair will get tangled and it'll be more difficult to do it, right? Do it every single week. Even when I was single, even when I wasn't getting any sort of action in that regard, in that aspect of my life, I was still doing this every single week. Because, again, it's a self-respect thing. Nobody's going to see the aftermath of that, except for my girlfriend. And I don't care. I never cared because it was for me. It wasn't for anyone else. It was for me. It was for my self-respect. And also, it's hygienic. It's good for ventilation. Okay, you want to make sure that your areas, your private areas, are well ventilated. This doesn't just apply to those areas. This applies to your underarms and really any area where moisture generally accumulates, especially in the summer. Now, speaking of hair, the next weekly task that you want to implement into your grooming routine is cutting your hair. Now, if you're like I used to be, this means that you're going to go to a barber and spend anywhere in the neighborhood of $35 to $40 per week. Now, you can do the math on that yourself and figure out how much that would cost you for 52 cuts in a year. But for me personally, it costs $0 because I cut my own hair. Now, am I saying that I'm as good as my barber was? Absolutely not. I'll probably never be as good as him. But what I've realized is that when you talk about cutting your hair every single week, I understand that most people are not in a position to get their hair cut every week by a barber. So it's better to have a somewhat good haircut, a decent haircut every single week than it is to have a really good haircut 1 week out of the month. Okay, again, it's better to have a decent haircut every single week all the time than it is to have a really good haircut 1 week out of every month, 12 weeks out of a year, and be dusty for the other 40 weeks. Make that make sense to me. I've already dropped videos on how I cut my own hair. I have 2 different hairstyles that I learned how to do, and those are the hairstyles that I've personally stuck with. and they've served me decently well. Like I said, my haircut is nowhere near as good as it was when I went to the barber, but it's better than it was for those other 3 weeks once my hair grew back after going to the barber. And my bank account is much better for it as well.